So what I've got here is I had a drainage issue, and all the water was it's hard to tell at this angle, but my sidewalk here is sloped towards the house, and so I was getting a lot of water pooling up here and going into my basement, which was obviously not good. So I decided I need to put a drain in, so I cut out the cement, dug it out. I've got a drain ready to put in. But before I do that, I knew I was gonna run a line, corrugated perforated hose thingy out to the street there, so that I could catch all the water, drain it out to the street. But in order to do that, obviously I had to dig up some grass, and so I didn't know how to do that. I knew I could. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and one thing that they all had in common was they showed a lot of different ways to tear up the sod, but at the end you couldn't reuse the sod. They'd just rip it all up, and I searched and couldn't find anything that would address a way of taking out the sod yet still being able to reuse it, because after I get this pipe laid, I wanted to put the sod back in, and so I knew I could go get a sod cutter, and of course that would be a lot quicker and a lot easier, but it also costs some money, and I live in kind of a small town where it's hard to find a place where you can rent a sod cutter. So I figured out a way that seems to work pretty good. The sod comes out pretty darn easy, and it's as you can see, it's a pretty uniform line here. Looks good, and pretty cheap. A little longer than a sod cutter, but at least we get to reuse it, and it's really not been too bad as far as time is concerned. And the key is a little manual yard edger like this. I bought this to edge my lawn, and I pulled it out today, and I thought, geez, I might be able to use that to rip up some sod. And so I tried it. It worked pretty darn good. Thought maybe since there's no other videos about this, thought maybe I'd show y'all how to do this and maybe save you some time. So I've marked out the lines, as you can see, with some paint. I had it strung, and then I painted it so that I wouldn't lose the line. And I went down and I cut with this thing right along the line. This particular one, you just stick it on the line and put your foot in it like that and wiggle it around, and then I just move it to the next spot. So I cut all the way down. Once I cut the line, in addition to sticking it in there, I'd stick it in there, and then I'd bend it back, just like a shovel. Just put it in, bend it back, put it in, bend it back. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Put it in, bend it back, put it in, bend it back, and I'd bend it all the way close to the ground. Find a good place manageable place where I could cut it. Do the same thing, and really, you can just, once you do that, you just pick it up and pull it out of the trench there and set it off to the side, like I have done with these, and it's been pretty darn easy. Let me put the camera down, get somebody else to film, and I'll show you how easy it is to just pull that piece of sod right out. Okay, so then you just grab this end, and you might have to stick your hand under a little bit. Of course, this is a small strip. I don't think this would work on a real wide strip. Then you just kind of work your way down, wrench it out. It's out. I got a couple tree roots to deal with, but that's it.